Live from Gahanna, WGLH TV presents Lincoln Live. With Dylan Scott and Gabby Weil. Lincoln Live starts now.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Dylan Scott.
And I'm Gabby Weil. Hey, Dylan, did you know that I can do 3 backflips?
Can you actually?
Yes, dude.
Do one right now.
We've got to get into the news.
Fine, but at the end of the show, you have to do a backflip.
Deal.
Okay.
All right, on to the news. We have many annual events here at Lincoln, like Gahannathon, Diaspora, and Varsity Varieties.
But one big event that happens every year is Spread the Word Day, a day ran by the special education classes where we come together as a school to celebrate people of all abilities.
And while the big day is March 22nd, there is merchandise on sale right now for you to wear when the big day comes around.
Here's ESS teacher Miss Evans and student Ryan Springer to tell us more on how to make your orders.
We are from the ESS classrooms at the high school, and we want to talk to you about
Spread the word?
Yes, about Spread the Word this year. Our theme is inclusion, and we are selling many different options this year. This year we're going to celebrate the event on March 22nd, which is a Wednesday, and we will have activities in the gym during all lunch periods, and we hope to...
Good deal!
Thanks, guys.
There's many ways that we as a community are trying to spread inclusivity.
As mentioned before, the theme for this year's Spread the Word is It Takes All of Us. One way we do this is through an organization called Gahanna Special Olympics.
Our Keegan Billingham was able to get out and highlight this awesome program.
Here he is.
The entire Gahanna community is greatly driven by sports. We offer so many here at GLHS. And as a community, we strive to be inclusive. One way we do that is through Special Olympics, and we have a wonderful program here in Gahanna.
We do Gahanna Special Olympics as a community-focused organization, which means any children from the age 2 up can participate in it.
During this winter sports season at GLHS, GSO is also in full swing. Basketball is a big-time sport that they offer. The athletes are led by a teacher here at GLHS.
I am a teacher at Gahanna Lincoln High School, but I'm also the head basketball coach for Gahanna Special Olympics. We are a community-based program of about 85 athletes with intellectual disabilities.
As much fun as athletes have participating in these sports, it's about much more than just gaining skill. It's the aspect of building bonds and gaining connections and helping them grow as people.
He loves participating with GSO. I think that the volunteers are tremendous, and they've really helped him grow into a better person, helped him kind of thrive with his own community and build friendships along the way with his other peers.
Not only does it impact the athletes, it impacts the coaches and volunteers as well, leaving a resounding effect on everyone involved.
I really love Special Olympics. I think it's amazing. I think it's an awesome opportunity for everyone to get to know everyone. And at the end of the day, like, all the kids look up to the high school volunteers.
You get to meet so many new faces, older, younger, whatever, really. Like, I got best friends who are 20 years older than me, and nothing's weird, nothing changes. They look up to me.
Whether you're a member of the Gahanna community or a student here at the high school, it's something that anyone can get involved in, and like everyone else, you'll create memories that last forever.
So it's really important for us to have community members get involved with Special Olympics. The idea is to create an inclusive community, so we want our individuals to participate in their sports with peers.
We would love to have anyone sign up to volunteer as a coach. Please reach out to me at evansj@gjps.org if you have any questions or would like to participate.
So, if you're interested, I encourage you to get out and become a volunteer or a coach. It will benefit you in many ways, and doing so will help spread inclusivity that's ever so important in our community. This is Keegan Billingham for Lincoln Live.
Super duper proud of you. GSO 1-3. 1, 2, 3, GSO!
Thanks, Keegan. A class here at Lincoln has been preparing hard since the beginning of the school year. The bioscience students finally presented their capstone project after working on it since August. These students had to find a topic that was interesting to them and prepare it for the judges and their classmates. Morgan Albert has more on the process and what it was like preparing for this opportunity.
So this project has been really helpful because I've been able to use all my skills that I've learned in this class to put it all together, and then also research something that was interesting to me. then using this presentation has been very helpful because I've been able to talk with people that I can make connections with in the future and also get a lot better at talking about a project that I've been working on for so long.
Thanks, Morgan. Are you looking to get involved on a trip of a lifetime? Well, the interest meeting for the Italy trip in June of 2024 is tonight. The meeting is from 7 to 8 p.m. in room H199. The 10-day trip visits Milan, Venice, and Rome. You will get engrossed in rich Italian culture and history. Again, if any of this sounds interesting, make sure you go to the interest meeting tonight from 7 to 8 in room H199 with Miss Knight and Miss Candor.
Performance Studios Dinner Theater opens tonight, and it's not a show to miss. A Night Under the Stars is a show that centers around one campsite with many stories and characters. Tonight at 7 is the show itself, and Friday and Saturday is where you can watch the show and get served dinner by the characters themselves. Plus, there are some pretty cool people in the cast. Tickets are not sold out yet, so make sure to check out local level events or GahannaTheater.com so that you can grab a plate and grab a seat. Speaking of theater, musical auditions are finally here, so grab your caps and newspapers and get ready for auditions. This Monday, we're auditioning for the spring musical Newsies, so make sure that you have everything that you need if you plan on auditioning. I spoke with PS member David Cremeen to get the details that you may need for auditions. Here he is.
Hi everybody, we have Newsies auditions coming up this Monday. Make sure that you bring all of your paperwork ready and signed to turn into Miss Maciosi. If you still need to sign up, there's a bunch of slots. You can sign on the paper on the back door of the little theater. Make sure that you bring a change of clothes. We're gonna go and sing for Mr. Lehman first, then we'll act for Miss Maciosi, and then we'll dance for Taya. So make sure you have a change of clothes for that. We don't have school that day, so make sure you take the day to prepare, and yeah, we're excited to see you there.
Thanks, David. Local scholarships are now available in the class of 2023 Google Classroom. The deadline for most scholarships is Wednesday, March 8th at 3 p.m. Additional information can be found in Google Classroom. Please only submit hard copies of the applications to the counseling office. Do not email them to your school counselor. We talked to Dr. Nelson Slagle to get more info.
So local scholarships are important because it's an opportunity for our seniors to receive a great deal of financial assistance from Gahanna Schools, from the Gahanna Jefferson Educational Foundation, and other organizations in the community. There's a number of scholarships available in the class of 2023 Google Classroom. They're also available on the Gahanna Schools website if you go to the school counseling page under the high school if your parents want to access them. Most deadlines are March 8th at 3 p.m., which is a Wednesday, it's not a Friday, so pay attention to that. And also the other important piece of information is they need to be turned in hard copy to the school counseling office front desk.
Thanks. Dylan, you won't believe who our reporter for today is.
Who is it, Gabby?
I'll give you a hint. He's a tennis star.
Keegan Billingham.
So it's actually Brandon Carpico.
Oh, hey Brandon, what do you have for us today?
You're the worst, Dylan. Gabby, I can't wait to see you do a backflip at the end of today's show.
Yep.
Now, on to more news. The Amnesty Club had a meeting yesterday about historical black figures who haven't gotten the recognition they deserved, which was led by Robertson Andre. It was a knowledgeable experience where students got to know more about the black culture and the successes they made in history. On to another club who had a successful meeting yesterday, the Y Men and Women Club. They had an educational conversation circulating around the stereotypes that have been set on them through society, parents, friends, etc., and how they can overcome said stereotypes. We spoke with the facilitator of this session, Mara Osei-Kufor, about the topic of yesterday's meeting.
Today we had a meeting about stereotypes and how they create barriers and affect us in our lives. We talked about personal experiences with being stereotyped. We also talked about how to combat stereotypes through self-confidence, taking accountability if you're perpetuating stereotypes, and feeling that you don't have to conform, and how important that is within your everyday life to find like utter happiness. Do whatever makes you happy. Don't feel like you have to do something because a certain person is telling you that.
Thanks, Mara. If you're interested in joining Y Men and Women, there will be an introductory meeting during all lunch periods in the auditorium. So if you're interested, show up and everyone is welcome. Attention all Spanish Honesty Honors Society members. There's a Latin dance lesson event after school for anyone who RSVP'd. You will get to learn how to dance salsa, merengue, bachata, and other forms of Latin dance. The meeting will be from 3:15 to 4:45 at Clark Hall in the second floor common room. Finally, the United Club's hosting a Valentine's party today from 3 o'clock until 4 o'clock in the library. It's a party for people whether they have a Valentine or not. United Club wants to get together to love ourselves and each other. There will be music, food, and refreshments. Again, that's today at 3 o'clock in the library. Well, that's all the news I have for you. Back to my best friend, Gabby Weil, and Dylan Scott at the news desk.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks. Linker has been giving lessons. This week's lesson was to learn the importance of seeking excellence. There were 40 cards placed on the ground, completely out of order, and as students entered the classroom one by one, they had to stand on the cards in number order, one time while talking and then one time without talking. We caught up with Audrey Cole to get her thoughts on how hard this activity really was.
Communication, like when we were able to talk to each other, it was a lot easier to like figure out where we were going. And I think it's just like when we're able to communicate with each other, it's like better to figure out what you're doing, I guess, because when we weren't able to communicate, it was a lot more confusing and we had to like search and figure it out all ourselves. So it's better when you work with other people.
Thanks, Audrey. All right, Gabby, we're at the end of our show. Can you please do a backflip now?
Fine, Dylan. Have a good long weekend, Lincoln. We'll see you Tuesday.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right.
3, 2, 1.